This past month, February of 2024, we saw 3 major live service games release. The 2 most well-known beforehand being Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League from Rocksteady, and the other being Skull and Bones from Ubisoft. Both of these games charged consumers $70 and received harsh criticism for their lack of content, uninspired gameplay, and controversial narrative decisions. The least talked about before release was Helldivers 2, a 4-player co-op shooter developed by a small studio out of Stockholm, Sweden, that was published by Sony for the PlayStation 5 and PC. Nobody in the game industry could have predicted the success that Helldivers 2 would go on to have.
Remember, a good bug is a dead bug.
Priced at just $40, Helldivers 2 has been the most popular game in the world since its release, and I'm here to tell you that this isn't just some trendy game that we'll move on from. Helldivers 2 is already a near-perfect game, and it has the potential to be so much more. In Helldivers 2, players from around the world participate in a galactic war, fighting for Super Earth against the alien bugs known as the Terminids.
But freedom doesn't come free.
No! Sweet liberty! No!
And against the robot threat known as the Automatons. Booting up the game for the first time, you'll be thrown into basic training, which after completion, you are rewarded with your very own cape and ship.
Earned it. Now there's a Helldiver.
You get to name your ship, and the developers actually give you a lot of options. Me personally, I named my ship the Hammer of Dawn. Shout out to Gears of War. All my homies love the Gears of War games. After naming your ship, you're free to spread democracy anywhere you want. Currently, Super Earth is fighting on 2 separate fronts. Yellow representing the solar systems overrun with the bugs, and red highlighting the ones controlled by the robots. Each planet has a liberation percentage that dynamically reacts to players from around the world. In just over a month, there's already been multiple changes to the landscape of this war. Malevion Creek became an infamous meme within the community. TikToks and other social media posts were made propelling players to try to take over this Earth-like world controlled by the Automatons. Sadly, the highest the liberation percentage got was 25%, and we have since lost the battle for Malevion Creek, with players now being unable to land there. With that being said, there are still 53 different sectors on the war map containing 253 planets. However, only a small selection of them are available at a time. Even then, the small selection at hand contains plenty of variety, ensuring that each planet that you travel to is distinct and memorable in its own way. The gameplay in Helldivers 2 can be described as chaotic and immersive. Playing solo can get extremely challenging and even frustrating, as you will have to fend off hordes of enemies. The game isn't as fun when you're playing by yourself, and that's because you'll always end up playing a certain way. Eventually, you'll discover the meta, the striker shotgun, and the grenade launcher, which is a perfect loadout for a one-man army. However, in Helldivers 2, you're not the Master Chief. You are truly an expendable soldier. Every time you respawn, the game randomly selects a voice and body type to enforce that you're just another cog in the Super Earth machine. When playing in a group, you'll be able to experiment and roleplay with the options that the game gives you. Helldivers 2 is packed with content. First of all, you have your standard weapons that you deploy with, like shotguns, assault rifles, SMGs, and pistols. An immersive feature not seen in many other popular games is the fact that when you reload, you lose all the bullets that were left in the magazine that you dropped. You also don't spawn with a lot of magazines too, which encourages players to work together, or it forces you to conserve your ammo when you're playing alone. Helldivers 2 gives each player stratagems, which is one of the many unique aspects that separates Helldivers from other live service games. Some stratagems let you call down special weapons like sniper rifles, grenade launchers, or even flamethrowers. Others let you call in air support from a fighter jet, or signal to your ship in the atmosphere to drop deadly orbital strikes. There's also defense stratagems that let you place down minefields, turrets, and shields. There are up to 47 different stratagems for players to unlock, and you're only allowed to deploy with 4 of them, meaning that most players will find their own that they are comfortable with. Like I've mentioned a few times, Helldivers 2 is a live service title, which means that there is a battle pass. However, not to promote microtransactions in video games, but this might very well be the best implementation of them. There's a free battle pass that everybody has access to, and it actually has more content than the premium version. This is where you will unlock different guns, cosmetics, and emotes. The paid battle pass, which is about $10, just has cooler and more vibrant cosmetics and designs. There are 4 different currencies in Helldivers 2, and all of them can be earned from just playing the game. You have requisition slips, which is your paycheck for every mission, and this is what you'll use to unlock different stratagems. Medals are also unlocked from completing missions, but they can also be earned by completing weekly and daily challenges, as well as just exploring the world to find them. Medals will be used to unlock items in both the free and the paid battle pass. Then there are samples, which can only be unlocked from finding them on different planets. They'll be used to give your ship different upgrades, which in turn will give you different bonuses, like spawning with an extra magazine for example. Finally, there are super credits, which is this game's version of V-Bucks. However, you can tell that the developers weren't money hungry when designing this game, meaning that players can earn up to 800 super credits in the free battle pass alone, which equates to nearly $10 in real life money. Even when you go to buy super credits, the highest option is only $20 worth of them, which is refreshing compared to other games which proudly show off hundreds of dollars worth of digital currencies. Without any additional content, Helldivers 2 is already a great game and will no doubt be competing for Game of the Year. However, I'm here to tell you that this game is only going to get better. The developers, Arrowhead Games, have been extremely transparent with their plans for the future. They've revealed that they have someone who works for the company named Joel. His official position is called Game Master, no lie. He's the one responsible for all the changes that players will see on the Galactic War map. So over the next couple of months, we'll get access to new planets, and overall the narrative of the war will change and react to the community's actions. Potentially, one of the factions could one day invade our solar system by conquering Mars, or even attempting to invade Super Earth itself. Imagine if a year or two from now there's a huge update where Super Earth is under attack, and the entire community bands together to protect humanity. Not only will there be narrative updates throughout the future of this game, but there will be new content too. The devs have already teased new vehicles like mechs and APCs, which are rumored to be released any day now in March. Besides that, the possibilities are endless for what the devs could have in store for us. New weapons can and will be added, new stratagems, new missions, new vehicles, and even new game systems. Most exciting of all, there are rumored to be a third and fourth faction that could potentially be added to the game, and there have already been rumors floating around the community of an alien race being spotted in this game. I hope I could properly illustrate to you guys how special Helldivers 2 is, and how much potential this game truly has. Mark my words, Helldivers 2 is going to change the gaming landscape, and this will be the next big thing. If you enjoyed the video, hi, my name is Jaybird. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and subscribe for more content like this. Have you played Helldivers 2 yet? Leave a comment and let me know. If you haven't, what are you doing? Super Earth needs you. Are you doing your part?
For the future.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
I didn't do fucking shit. I didn't rig shit. I didn't fucking do this. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about any of this. There's worse shit on the local news.